5 minutes.
Yo. All that talking tough is not enough. Kinda like you're trying to punch a Titan on Titan. All that for a drop of blood. I'll put hands on this pussy. Donald Trump. They say one man's trash is another man's treasure, but since y'all value him, I'll bury L in the city dump. It's the GOAT of battle rap's future up against the ghost of battle rap's past. So like Captain America, his role in this franchise has already been recast. We're in the end game now. Nah, y'all say I'm all performance, so we're in the pen game now. All you do is spit multis that investigate the crowd. I'm here cause I do it all. I put on a show and make my people proud, so it's not a question of if you're gonna fall, cause the URL only stood you up so I can sit your whack ass down. It's always the same old delivery. You have no versatility. Your relevance relinquished with the dwindling time you give this league, cause no one ever taught you that the best ability is availability. They might have thought you were the best before I ever blessed the Warzone stage, but you became a part-timer and let your form deteriorate. All these years you've been afraid to step up to this plate, and that's okay, cause the only reason Selby ever tried to book you for this L is cause he could tell you were almost past your sell-by date. This dude fake. Even mama said knock you out, so I have to give L and L cool jelly. We're fresh off the holidays, but you claim you couldn't write 3 rounds and your job's to blame. We all got bills to play, so get over yourself, my nigga, and stop thinking like a modern day slave. When Poetic hits me up, he knows I'm down, even though I'm very busy working on my masters. When Poetic hits you up, he knows it's only for 1 round, cause you're too busy working for your masters. We've seen your recent battles and you looked out of practice, so whatever you got planned is dead in the water, like Atlantis. Aquaman, the aim has always been to try to end my reputation, but the Marines who didn't think for themselves followed close behind, but there's more to it than what meets the eye, so even those of you who didn't follow the mainstream can see that Aquaman is blind. You went to JMS, right? Well, so did I, and in high school you was the man, homie. Psych, I lied. I was a freshman smoking seniors and you were never in sight. I was freshman smoking seniors and you were never in sight. When a cipher started near you, you'd run away and hide. This dude, he'd run away and hide. All I ever hear about is that night he supposedly beat Blight. There's no footage, but only the measuring tape can prove he beat height. Basically, all I ever hear about is that night he supposedly beat Blight. There's no footage, but only the measuring tape can prove he beat height. Basically, you're still living off your scrambles prime, but holding on to your scrambles hype, because there's no real evidence of the work you ever did that side. I pull up on L shooting like it's 95. Nah, 2005. I give them all the smoke like the Pope just died. I give them all the smoke like the Pope just died. God knows I tried to save you all, but I was crucified and villainized. You've seen what I did on those Durban shows, now you're just trying to use me as another wave to ride. Cause you become a parasite, keeping yourself warm with the fire that others create, but barely doing anything. Cause you become a parasite, keeping yourself warm with the fire that others create, but barely doing anything to keep the flame alive. They told me be careful, cause L's one to triangles, and I'm not surprised. He's from the LOB, and to lob the ball in FIFA, it's L1 and triangles. They told me be careful because L's one in triangles, and I'm not surprised. He's from the LOB, and to lob the ball in FIFA, it's L1 and triangle. What a Maltese to a pit bull. Let's get it. Citadel. For years you called yourself the champ, but we couldn't tell, cause you spent too much time chasing bodies in those Jersey streets like a Jezebel. It's when you neglected the people who emotionally invested in you that your local stock fell. You became a plastic champ with the nickname Adele, cause you set fire to the rain. When you only really made time for the grayscale like Sam Tolly at the Citadel. Unlike Annabelle and Chucky, you've been very lucky to get by with poor performances and passion. We rarely ever see any life in this dummy. See, I'm not trying. Unlike Annabelle and Chucky, you've been very lucky to get by with poor performances and passion. We rarely ever see any life in this dummy. See, I'm not trying to be funny, and I'll have no regrets, buddy. Even if the round goes overhead like the red Teletubby. You were sleeping on me when I first came into the league, and that was a mistake, cause I'm Freddy Krueger and now it's a nightmare on L Street. I'll cut you down right next to where I dropped your son Prometheus, just to show you that the apple really doesn't fall far from the tree. I reluctantly agreed to a one-rounder, because we all know you would clearly die in 3. It wouldn't even be a 2-1. Schooling this old head is redemption for him robbing me, so it's only right I jumped street. When I found out you was judging my title match, I wasn't worried, G. But then I found out your boy Pro was the timekeeper and he was the last person I beat. That's when I knew it was a sit-up. Y'all wanted to officiate my match because the regulators are always good with the steel. Yo.
It's up to her. It's up to her to decide. It's up to you. He goes on that time. Be afraid of it's time, yo. Top to the right, man. Bottom of the round. Elder Street Poet. Yo. I was the first, longest reigning, and youngest to harness the crown. Now I gotta spar with a clown. You should thank Senron for what he offered you now. Only real DBZ fans know Dragon Ball. After this, I'll be the only one who starred in this round. Let's go, talk. Man, I seen past your flaws. Hey, how can he act like he has the balls? You ain't even half as strong as the real cats I fought. He can't evolve. But then again, that's what happens whenever elite rappers brawl with me and soft and delicate. You were dropped on the head and then lost your intelligence. Now you like to floss your pathetic scripts. After this awful death of his, you realize it's no coincidence. All that rhymes with Block 7 residents. Hold it down. All you do is ramble, non-stop. Fam, you're not hot. Furthest thing from top notch. It's child's play. I'll take the necessary steps in doing a number on this square like it's hopscotch. Overrated as fuck, yet somehow he seemingly blossomed. Reaching in simple wordplay. Wow, fam, you are so awesome. Are we on the same page? Are we on the same page? Is it beginning to sink in your noggin? I only said page because it takes a real puncher to expose the loopholes in your margin. Okay. Question. How many times have I ever done a one round in Warzone? It's quite simple. None. I only said that because I have a job and I'm facing real life issues. It doesn't take much to fight with you. Let's push the pedal. If he needs 3 rounds to handle bars, it's clear this toddler still needs a tricycle.
Let's hold it down, let's hold it down.
Yo! Coincidence? You joined Warzone after I battled Pro. I'm never far from the truth. Tough guy. You're not even an honorable dude. He gets high before every battle. What a soft little fool that he needs an L before a battle for a confidence boost. Most of your wins are robs and scams. You're a no contest. I got this in the palm of my hand. You could throw all that you can. You're flawed and lack the balls to stand the strongest man. No disrespect to the conscious fam. Off the grid showed us this cause of the law. This bitch choked to death behind bars like Sandra Bland. Hey. I've got a merciless tutelage. What I'm determined to do with it is merge it with Lucifer's. Give you the worst of contusions, permanent bruises, till your surface is purple and blue, hurting and oozing. Make you realize you're the worst thing to ever come out of a cervix and uterus. Yo,
let's hold it down, let's hold it down.
Hey, come up there, come up there, come up there. That's the whole mood. I'll bet your mom got lost in a petting zoo.
Yo, let's hold it down, let him rap.
Hey, I'll bet your mom got lost in a petting zoo. She then maneuvered, met a crew of 7 dudes, a set of cougars and a leopard too. Before she spread her legs and things got sexual, remember her rent was due. Months later, her womb stretched and grew. I don't want to talk too much about your genetic proof, bro, but the fact that you exist is proof that God has a fucked up sense of humor. Okay, I know this is a competitive bout. Rasta smokes L's, you know that pathetic and less intelligent route. I'm not saying you gay, maybe I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I find it really uncomfortable when people like you tell me how much you've had an L in your mouth. Oh my God. Oh shit. OBC thinks his rhymes kill. It's his fate I'll seal. If you have to fish for angles to use, it's a foul deal. I trust my hopes, but you've never convinced me your line's real. Fact or fiction? You were the only one to be given the championship and didn't even have to battle to get it. Coins had some personal shit. Selby got angry and made a rash decision. It doesn't take a mathematician. You're Aladdin, Selby's the genie whose ass you kissing. This is justice.
That's why you robbed me. Now we know.
Hold it down. Yo, let's hold it down, let's hold it down. Let him rap, let him rap.
Selby's the genie who ass you kissing. I said Aladdin, genie. I guess we all know who this man blew in order to grant his wish. As a former champion,
Hold it down.
as a former champion, that shit ain't fair, bro. You're blamed. I think it's safe to say 6 years on, we finally found a nigga whose champion status should have been in air quotes.
That shit ain't right.
I can't say there's any honor that started with rookies. A fraction of my actual talent is all that it took me. I'm here to end your 9 lives if at all you can push me. Selena Kyle to Catwoman. All this time you were best suited to play your part as a pussy.
Oh my God. Let him run, let him run.
Against Cox, you said he was a catfish. With passion and grace. Why should we listen to what you happen to say? You got emotionally triggered off a Facebook post. That's actually lame. I guess this guy's image has always been a masquerade.
Hold it down.
Last one. So bro, you don't deserve this. Yo,
hold it down. Hold it down.
Calmate.
Last bar.
Calmate.
So bro, you don't deserve me in my top 4. Osama, Rasta. This nigga's a surrogate mother because he's carrying something that's just not yours. Sadly, I gotta end you. There's no feeling quite like this because against L, you don't live by the rhyme.